The best footballer in the team, I'd have to say Liam Mandeville. I'd say for me, I like a player who can try and get on the ball and make things happen, and I'd say he's the perfect player for that. The biggest joker in the dressing room, I'd have to say, is Matt Tootle or Sam Wedgbury. Both of them can't relax. They're always on the move and trying to get little things, little bits of banter and trying to make the atmosphere a little bit better in the changing room. So yeah, I'd have to say one of them two. Most likely to win a Royal Rumble would have to be Mike Fondop or Joe Yarney. I think would have a little bit of a go as well. Both of them are big lads. They're always in the gym, so yeah, I wouldn't like to go near Mike though. I think he'd be the #1 seed. Best dancer, we've got a few stiff lads in the dressing room. Seen a few on a night out and they haven't got much about them. But Curtis Weston always has a little go in the changing room, and also Joe Yarney as well. So yeah, I think it would have to be one of them two who would be the best dancer. The changing room DJ, it changed a few times this year actually. When I was fit and playing, Will Evans usually were the guy who were on the music, but since I've been injured, I think Liam Mandeville's took over and we've won a few games, so I think he's stuck by it, and yeah, I'd say Will and Liam have shared it this year. Worst taste in music would have to be Joe Yarney. I know a lot of people would say Mike Fondop, but he sometimes brings a few old beats out, Mike, so yeah, I'm going to have to just edge that with Joe Yarney. He likes his dance music and stuff like that, but sometimes it's a bit too much for the lads, I think. Oh, interesting one for the fashion. Obviously I've seen a few of the lads have come for Robbie Weir's gear with his tight Nike tracksuits. But for me, the worst gear I've seen is probably Hayden Hollis. He likes some baggy jeans and like a baggy Ralph Lauren polo on a night out, so yeah, I might have to go for H. The fastest player in the change room was Nathan Tyson. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play with Tyce yet, but he's recorded the quickest time I think on the stats, so yeah, I'd have to go with Nathan Tyson. For the messiest, 100% Tom Denton. After dinner, he's always leaving his plate on the table, leaves his cups about. His boots are always mucky, never cleans them up. So yeah, it's got to be Dents for that one. For the teacher's pet, I'm going to have to go for Sam Wedgbury. He's always up on his feet, being a bit busy, tidying up, but it's not a bad thing. But yeah, I'm going to have to go for Wedge. First to arrive to training would always be Hayden Hollis, I think. Every time you go in through the doors, he's there and asking you if you want a cup of tea or a coffee. He's supposed to be in for about 9:30, but I think he gets there for about 8:30. So yeah, I'd say Hayden Hollis. Kurt and Robbie also used to get there pretty early, but they used to be in the gym. So yeah, Hayden Hollis I'd go for. For the worst trainer, I'd have to say Tom Denton, I think. Few times it's bouncing off him. Gets in the way of people, stands on people's toes, gets people injured. So yeah, I'm going to have to say Tom Denton for the worst trainer, but he produces it on a match day, so it don't really matter. Last to arrive for training would usually, I'm going to say Liam Mandeville and Jack Mackay. Last year we had to be in for 9:45. And you'd always see them two strolling through the door about 9:44. Mike pushes it as well on match days. He pushes it, so yeah, I'd say it's one of them three. But Jack and Mandy, I think, got most fines for being late last year. So yeah, I'd have to chuck them two in there.